Well, who do you think you are, the king?
No, I'm his son, Arthur.
Oh. Whoops.
Whoopsies! Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
To Pineapple and Lemon. Woo! What do you got for me today?
I have a TV show for you today.
Oh boy.
Yes, ma'am.
Queen of the TV shows. What do you have for me?
Okay, so I'm going to show you BBC's Merlin.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite TV shows.
Okay.
It's not a guilty pleasure because I have no guilt in the fact that I watched this, and it's one of my comfort shows to go to. It came out in 2008. Feels pretty dated in terms of the special effects. If you guys are familiar with British television and film, you will probably recognize quite a few actors in this.
Did you watch the show when it was airing?
No.
Okay, so when did you kind of get in on it then?
I think I stumbled upon it on Netflix.
Okay.
It was, oh gosh, I don't even know how long. I would say actually probably just before it had finished, actually. I started watching because I was watching this while I was in high school. And then once it finished, I remember I bought the box set.
Yeah.
But this was like the first time that I was introduced to Arthurian lore where it was them younger.
Yeah.
And how they started. And obviously it's not lore accurate.
Yeah.
And I don't mind this being inaccurate because it's fun. It's light. It has some serious notes to it, but I just like the dynamic between the two. And that's what makes it so fun for me. And it's interesting to see like, well, what would they have been like younger before Arthur became king? And, you know, how did they meet? What's their dynamic? In a more lighthearted way instead of it being like very war heavy.
So for myself, like I know Arthurian legends and things like that. Like I've read things about it. In terms of Merlin, the TV show, I've watched about 10 episodes of it. And
So mostly like the first season.
I really don't know much about this TV show. So
This is exciting. I'm so excited to like reintroduce this to you. But for those who have not seen it, here's the IMDb description for it. These are the brand new adventures of Merlin, the legendary sorcerer as a young man when he was just a servant to young Prince Arthur on the royal court of Camelot, who has soon become his best friend and turned Arthur into the great king and legend. I listened to this soundtrack like all
I
the
was
time.
gonna say, this must be in your rotation.
It's in a heavy rotation. So each series that I gravitate, so Merlin, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Bridgerton, I have their own individual playlist, but I have like one master playlist.
Yeah.
It's like 26 hours or something like that.
Oh yeah, we got these graphics going
These
too.
graphics.
I'll take it.
Right?
Oh dang, do you see that dragon went above the aspect ratio to make it look like it's coming right at you? It's like real sets. That's fun. That's cool that they're doing that.
So the castle that they used for Camelot is actually in France. I also like, because I got the box set, I would go and I watched like the behind the scenes and like the special features and stuff. So it was quite interesting that when they were gearing up for like the final season, Colin and Bradley actually went to the site, like that was Camland, where they had the final battle. And it was like a very surreal moment for them to be there.
This is why I'm sad people don't buy DVDs as much anymore, because you don't get the behind the scenes and the special features and all that. I used to love those.
They were so fun. Do you remember like early 2000s when we had games on DVDs?
Yes.
Like Harry Potter had like some banging games.
I had like an Emperor's New Groove game or something. Like
yes.
CD-ROM.
Oh yes, CD-ROM games.
But for the crime of sorcery.
I will say that Uther does not sing in this.
I was expecting them to start. This is Gallivant, right? That's what we're watching.
Could you imagine?
Yes.
Yes, we should revisit that.
More Gallivant.
More Gallivant. Season 2 of Gallivant. Let us know in the comments if you want us to hit up season 2. Definitely will in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I love that show so much.
Did they just chop someone's head off at the beginning of Merlin TV show?
Yeah, they did, but it's not Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they didn't show it.
This was before it was okay to do that.
Not much before, though.
No.
That's so funny that you could be watching Game of Thrones at the same time that this was on.
I know. Game of Thrones is just coming out.
Where would I find Gaius, the court physician?
I will say season 1 has like a different charm to it. Like, it does get better as it goes in terms of like the writing, the acting, graphics and stuff. Season 1 just has this like charm to it, which is why I always go back to it.
I feel like a lot of TV shows you do have to give like the one season to find their footing anyway.
Yeah.
And then I also think TV shows shouldn't overstay their welcome. So it is like a very finite amount of seasons that I think make the strongest TV shows. My guy,
Stop the graphics.
my guy just had like werewolf eyes and moved the bed.
Yes. So Merlin's eyes glow gold when he uses magic.
Love it.
Right?
Look, you need an indication. You don't want him like holding a wand. So
Yes.
we got glowing eyes.
That's what I like though, is that the way that they introduce magic in this world, it can be verbal, it can be nonverbal. For the most part, there's no wand.
Yeah. Did you look at this? Nice little window on a beautiful town, moonlit evening. I'm just a young ingenue in the big city with big dreams.
It is every mother's fate to think her child is special.
But my child is like super special. Like,
Super special.
actually, the most special.
The specialist of all.
XOXO.
Sign it off, Gossip Girl style.
Yeah.
If you show me no respect, at least respect our finest singer.
If you can't respect me, at least respect the singer. And that's when it turns into Gallivant. I see it now.
Right?
Respect the singers. Beds that are like the perfect size for one person. Just when they're like a fully grown person.
My legs hang over there.
Yeah.
I'm too big for this
Can't
kid.
turn onto your side, fall out. That's so funny that he drops it anyway. I knew it. I knew you had magic.
I don't know any spells.
So what did you do?
I willed it to stop.
Yeah. Your water doesn't just stop midair like
What do you
all the
mean?
time.
Well, we better keep you out of trouble.
I'm sure this whole TV show he will stay out of trouble.
2 seconds later. How many times?
That the practice of any form of enchantments will get you killed.
He went to the footloose town of no magic.
Of all the kindreds to go to,
Yeah.
I chose to go to Camelot, the one place that I will be killed.
Where the father figure for some reason has outlawed magic. A moving target.
Who wants a moving target practice?
Did you write the script, honey?
I did see this 10 years ago.
Well, who do you think you are, the king? No, I'm his son, Arthur.
Oh. Whoops.
Whoopsies!
He very articulate Arthur.
Yeah, it was a very weird way to say it.
So you're telling me you would just walk around the house wearing a dress like this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Ideal wardrobe is Merlin clothes.
Yeah.
Not Merlin's clothes. Clothes from Merlin.
Well, yeah. So I would wear medieval clothes. I would also wear Outlander,
Yeah.
Hobbit style cottagecore, I guess is what it's being called now. So cottagecore or medieval,
Yeah.
totally every day. This is why we need to get our castle.
You're cottagecore. I'll be like a dark academia. And then we can make it a castle because I'll get a library. So then it works.
It works.
Yeah.
It works. Why are we throwing cabbages? Throw soft things like tomatoes are fine.
Cabbages kind of explode on impact, I guess.
You would have hurt his head.
I don't think they care about that.
I mean,
They don't
we're
have
there to heal.
concussions back then.
I'm Guinevere, but most people call me Gwen.
What a meet cute. I'm stuck while people are throwing things at me. I can't even shake your hand because they're shackled.
Do you want some vegetables with that?
extra, please.
I already had a salad made on my face earlier.
Oh, no, thanks. I had a salad earlier.
I was asked to deliver this.
So if other people see her reflection, they can see that she's old?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not just like her only.
That's why she had the mirror covered.
Okay. I don't know if we had a vampire situation or something else going on.
Giles is there, so.
I could take you apart with less than that.
Merlin's talking a big game for someone
Yeah,
that
right.
can't.
Use magic
Yeah.
right now. Guys is like, come on, man. We just went over
I
this.
just got you out. I used up all my good points. Like, Did it just stub his toe, essentially?
Yeah.
I mean, it does hurt, but does he have on, like, armor and stuff?
Guys
Come
got
on.
there so fast. Guy flew out the window.
He used magic.
It's magic. I've arrived.
Maybe an idiot, but he's a brave one.
And now we're best friends because we had a fight.
And the bromance begins.
There's something about you. You had me at hello.
I could move objects like that before I could talk.
She's just a little baby causing chaos.
I can imagine it'd be the funniest ever. Stressful for the mom, but
That's why she sent him away.
Get him out of here. I can't take it anymore.
Maybe there's someone with more knowledge than me.
Does he know who his father is? Christina shook her head no. She did not speak into the microphone.
At this point, he does not know who his father is.
Okay.
Poor child, it can't have been easy to grow up without a mother.
Oh, so Arthur doesn't know his mother, and Merlin doesn't know his father. Interesting. Very interesting. Are we having a parent trap situation going on?
Where's that fanfic? I need it. There's
boring
no way
late
they didn't hear
night.
the skulls. Just spit some dice. You wouldn't think that this is like suspicious that they keep rolling away from you?
Maybe I should go help out. This requires two of us. What if they weren't playing with them? What would he have done?
Fireball? I don't know.
That would have been more exciting. They just keep this under the castle?
Yeah.
Structurally?
Yeah.
It's safe?
Apparently.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that harsh landing.
Your gift, Merlin.
Can he talk to dragon because magic, or do dragons talk to anybody?
He can talk to dragons.
Okay.
I think anyone could really, but he is essentially his father had the gift, which passed to Merlin.
He just seems like very chill about this, so.
Merlin has like a special connection with dragons. Like he can bond with them, train them.
How to train your dragon.
How to train your dragon.
Yeah.
Uh,
Merlin is hiccup coded, so.
yeah.
You know, I like much more ordinary men. Like you.
My type is you, except not you. Just people like you.
This is awkward. I'm gonna walk away now.
I'm assuming she stole the singing powers. But what if that woman was lying and she had a terrible singing voice? And she tried singing. It's like, yeah, of course I have a voice like a fallen angel.
Oopsies.
Is he entranced or bored? Okay, they're going to sleep. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. This is happening very quickly. I mean, usually there's cobwebs to show like the passage of time. Are they implying that this is happening over a long period of time, or is there just cobwebs?
I think she's just decaying things.
Okay, because normally it's like, hey, they've been still for so long, there's cobwebs on them.
You shall be Prince Arthur's manservant.
Woo! Big
I was like,
step
yeah,
up.
way to go!
Is that a promotion? The adventure continues.
The adventure does indeed continue.
Alrighty.
What'd you think?
So it's very much like a setup for what's to come, I'm sure. They did make the choice of making the show about Merlin, which they didn't have to do. Like, Arthurian legend is named after Arthur.
Usually depictions are always done from Arthur, about Arthur. And like Arthur is in this, but your main character and main point of view is Merlin's.
And you have that sort of fish out of water. We're learning things as he learns things, but he's also powerful. So it's not completely like he's a newcomer. So it's a little bit of like a, you know, like hero's destiny type journey that they're going for. But they also pick maybe the person you don't normally follow in this particular sense.
Main character, but not like the main character you would expect, because you expect Arthur to be the main character, but it's actually sidekick Merlin. But now Merlin gets his moment to be the main character, and Arthur gets to be the sidekick, which is kind of a nice switch of things.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of like it, is because it is from Merlin's perspective and it is his journey and his growth. Because we already know about Arthur, and we know a bit about Merlin, but this is Merlin's essential origin story.
Yeah. I definitely get like cozy vibes from this show. Just watching it, it does, not that it's that long ago, but it does feel like of another era of television because things are so different now. But to be able to throw something on and also know like it completed its story run, you know kind of what you're in for, like that's nice because they don't make shows like that anymore. So I definitely understand like why you would want to kind of come back to this world and be a part of it. I am curious if there's more like season-long story arcs as it goes on, or if it's more like Monster of the Week. Not necessarily monsters,
so I will say that it kind of, for the first season 2-ish, I would say it does feel more Monster of the Week in that they're establishing, you know, the relationship between Arthur and Merlin. Then you slowly start getting introduced to the knights one by one, and they start kind of building on that. And you'll be introduced to some characters that'll be there for one episode, and then a season and a half later they'll come back and they'll have a more reoccurring role. It doesn't get into like the continuing story, I would say, probably until at least partway through season 3.
Okay.
And then like once Arthur becomes king, then that's a more through line, because it shows like how he becomes king, once he's king, what he does, and then the eventual battle at Camlan, which is the final episode. So I would say I do agree. It's very campy. It's very Monster of the Week for at least the first 2 seasons while they build that, and then you do get your more consistent story.
In general, I don't normally gravitate towards these types of shows, like fantasy of this variety, so it's not necessarily like the thing I'm throwing on myself, but I can understand like it's a Sunday morning and I'm having a cup of tea and you want something to put on, then yeah, you put on something like this.
Or you had a bad day, you just want to laugh, you just throw this on. I will say, like, it does feel like as the characters get older, it does mature a bit. And as it goes through, like, the later seasons, you're handling a bit more, like, you're getting closer to the final battle, so the tone is a lot more serious. So it's not as funny as the first 2 seasons are. I would say it's definitely a payoff in the story, because it is a full story. Like, it does have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Like, they wrap it up with a bow. Like, there's no questions. I would say there's going to be questions, obviously, but there's no big unanswered questions. You do get to see the characters grow. They start off very young and naive, and then they grow and they go through the struggles of life. And when, you know, like, Arthur has to overcome his hurdles of being a prince and then crown prince and then king, and what those transitions look like, and how he has to pick a wife, but he wants to marry for love and not for position. It's also like the dynamic I would say between Arthur and Merlin. They have an interesting dynamic, but then when you get to meet the rest of the knights and kind of that like friendship, brotherhood that they have, and how they all interact with each other, but then with Arthur and then with Merlin as well. For the most part, they were era accurate, I will say, like, you know, with the costumes, the sets, and obviously they're not talking all old-timey and stuff like that, but they're not using overly modern words either, like slang and such. So if you're going to watch a show that is 100% historically accurate, then you're watching a documentary. Anything that is historical drama is a drama that has been interpreted and made for screen. So they're going to spice things up and change things and change that. The big points are always going to be the same because they have to be the same, but they're going to take liberties with the in-between fillers. Yeah.
And if you're making strong choices of like why you are doing those things, and even if it's just in service of telling the story you want to tell, then that's fine. Like, that's allowed. So as long as you kind of know what you're doing or why you're doing
pick it, solidify why you're doing it and how you're going to do it, and make sure it's a continuation and not just like, we're going to do this for like 1 season or a couple episodes and then we're going to do something completely different, because then it's not going to track, and that's where you lose your continuity, and that's where you're going to start losing your audience.
Well, do you have any other thoughts?
Well, I would hope that you would be interested enough to go through and at least get past the first season, get a bit further, maybe even get through all of it. It's only 5 seasons, and let me know what your thoughts are. Viewers, let us know your thoughts. Have you seen Merlin?
Yes.
Yay or nay? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Who's your favorite character? What do you think about the soundtrack? Because I think it slaps. Listening to it all the time. If there's any other films, television, books, film scores, plays that you would like us to chat about or review or watch in our own time, let us know in the comments. We keep a long roster And whether it's on the channel, on the podcast, or in our personal time, we will eventually tackle them all.
Yeah, we'll get around to it. And we will end it off with a little bit of magic. Abracadabra.
Ooh,
We're done.
spicy. I love it. Way to end it.
Yep.
Strong.
Thank you so much for watching with us.
It's been a blast and a half.
Had a really good time.
As always.
You could like this video.
Or subscribe, even better.
If you want to see something for us to watch in the future, like a movie or TV show, please let us know in the comments.
And we'll get on that right away for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Woohoo!